Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with feet. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Living dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivor. Yeah. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm repped out, tell her watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'm a walk-in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok, yeah. This ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the towel. We make niggas hit the clock in with our toe fire, rain brimstone. They gon' think that you live with lies. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real every day. While y'all just say watch, we making enemies. Our foot stores run no nothing by the eye. It's hit one try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. You don't want me to connect the dot. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to fly. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them dig the pot. Can't fit you and your man's in it. Just tell them get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call up my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on mute, and then tell you that shit was hot. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with feet. Taking over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Living dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivor. Yeah. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is wartime. Already wait the coast. That point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whisper. You with us or against us. Can't stop to the zone out. I don't think get the picture. It come from my head, I'm giving them land. The preacher give them a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than a missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof, Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock on the book of Luke. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun armor. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like beef troops. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Get him bars like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a cocktail. I'm so mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. One beat with feet.
We bear with me just a moment. Shalakia. Most High in Christ. Hey, Shalom, how about you?
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
What's going on, Rob? What's going on, Cap? Hey, Salaki, can anybody hear me, Tawab?
Khan, can you hear me?
Can I hear you just fine. What about you, Cap? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Can I hear you good as well? Adawan, what's the word? What's going on, Hebrews? What's good? What's good?
The building.
Con, damn right. My brother Kawal back in the spot. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
About to rock and roll. You know what I mean? So of course, you know, we're gonna get into it shortly. Let me just say to everybody, I know we're gonna get more people up into the chat and everything real soon, but no sweat. Nonetheless, in the meantime, shalom, Yahweh Shemiyah Shah Brak Thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shemiyah the Thumb by Shemiyah Shah to the sisters. This is the Chain Breakers podcast brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General YAHANNA.
Right.
You understand? Teaching the truth of the Bible since 1969, continuing to do so. You know what I'm saying? And this is the podcast, or one of our many podcasts through the school. This particular one is broadcasted from North Carolina. Myself, Officer Kawal, and Officer Yaramaki, who's not going to be with us here today. You know what I'm saying? He's recovering from a little doozy he had, but, you know, brother's all good. You know what I mean? But right now he's a little bit, you know, under the weather. But he'll be back with us probably next week, rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? But number one, got to say, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Captain of 10,000, your Garwap. You know what I'm saying? Right there, my brother, you know what holding it down out there in Oklahoma City. You know what I mean? We got Officer of 1,000 Kawal out there in Vietnam's finest. You know what I'm saying? I'm Officer of 1,000 Tabawan. Damn right, Khan. Officer of 1,000 Tabawan. You know what I'm saying? Again, brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K, another Chain Breakers podcast episode. And before we start, I try to, spice it up, put some different things involved. I just want to run a little clip before we get into today's show. I want to run a little clip. Some people, there's a video of some people who got news about the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh,
there's a video. There's a video of some people who got news of her death. Such a terrible thing going on in the world today. And so I want to run a little bit of this video, so people can see just the impact that her death is having on the world at large as we see it right now. Okay, so let me cue this up. Bear with me just a moment. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. We're gonna run this. Oh man, it's such a terrible, terrible, sad thing. Here we go.
That's crazy.
As mayor of the Munchkin City, in the county of the land of Oz, I welcome you most regally. But we've got to verify it legally to see if she is morally, ethically, spiritually, physically, positively, absolutely, undeniably, and reliably dead.
Here come the coroner.
As coroner, I must cover. I thoroughly examined her, and she's not only merely dead, she's really most sincerely dead. And this is a day of independence for all the Munchkins and their descendants. If any, yes, let the joyous news be spread. The wicked old witch at last is dead.
Good night. Get out of here.
hey, Salakia, but I must have seen. Everybody thinking the same way,
right?
I put a post up on that same movie with the house sitting on the wicked with the legs,
with the legs out.
And Prince Charles smiling,
right?
Because the thing is, what I'm saying? Come on, the man wanted to be king all these years, man. I mean, come on, man. The man's 73 years old. He got about but a good 5 more years before he gone.
Right.
He got 5 more years before he gone. If not one, He got. I mean, come on, man. This lady won't even give up the kid. Don't even give up the crown. She won't even give up the seat, man. Living all these damn years. He's like that. I know he probably was that man. He probably got mixed feelings now. And he probably like, damn, all this time.
Yeah.
Why didn't just go 5 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe 10 years ago, man.
Damn right. Ooh, the wicked witch is dead. She's dead. She's, as the coroner said it. The coroner said it. She's clearly most sincerely dead. So of course, I didn't want to start today's show without, of course, talking about this topic. So when she died, I had to just open up the floor. I don't want she's been in rulership, or she's been the Queen of England since what the damn.
I mean, damn.
The 5th, 60s.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure, but damn, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
God damn, it was black and white TV.
Right.
A
lot of people, of course, they saying, oh man, the Queen, and they're giving her all this props and all of this, respect and all of this, all that, whatever. So what does that say? Why? First of all, why does America care about the Queen of England so much? Didn't America go to war with them?
Right.
Hey, Salakia, but what does she do? I mean, she just like the president. I guess she just like the president, right?
I hear she's a figurehead. Like she doesn't actually do anything. Well, she
Right.
definitely doesn't do nothing now because she's dead. But I'm saying like when she was,
you mean to tell me she don't have no
she has
she don't
no,
have she don't have a war mind or something?
No.
A war mind of
she doesn't sign anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the hell does she do?
Nothing.
Right.
All she was able to do was like knight people.
Yeah, exactly. And wave her hand like this.
Right.
And I don't know what I think she was there from the Galites. What is that? A tomahawk? She doing like this shit. I mean, come on. I mean, what's going on? What the hell did she do?
I don't know. But
I don't know.
On Earth, you know what I'm saying? The queen is dead.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But again, in the I.S.U.P.K, the Commander General YAHANNA, of course, we don't get involved in, in these simple matters or whatever. The fact of the matter is she's an oppressor just like every other oppressor that has ever stepped foot on any political platform. She's the same as all of them. Whether she's British, I don't care if she eats crumpets and tea, none of that is relevant. The relevant is that none of these people are going to save black people.
Right.
Now Charles is going to be the king. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
Yeah. I'm about to say that's heavy braided out too, because I think it's like with her, she's like the head of state in Britain or whatever, which means she has some kind of power, but because they don't operate under that old ass monarch system, it goes to like their parliament system, but she still has the power to write letters and infer and suggest what she thinks is right, and is held in high regard. The good thing about that is, and the bad thing is, well, Americans, especially black folks, I mean, I expect the so-called white folks to cry and do all that stuff. When I see Negroes crying over the queen and acting so, lost, it's like she never spoke up for blacks, Hispanics, American Indians.
Right.
She could have wrote a long letter or saying anything of all her years of seeing the oppression of the Negro. A queen's letter could have actually maybe helped in some regard. If she chastised the presidency of America, she reached out to certain legislators in different countries about the brothers of Venezuela, the jail systems, about the living conditions, all those stabbings out there in the UK, she was quiet about it. So she sat up in there and ate her tea and crumpets, lived good all these years without helping anybody except for her own people. So
that's right.
Give a damn if she died or not.
That's right.
No matter.
That's a heavy point you say, bro, because people don't really talk about those kind of things. These people, these figureheads, these these individuals that get all this love and all this attention or whatever, but nobody ever asks the valid or the important questions about what they actually do. So just to even ask that question, well, what does she do? You know what I'm saying? And then now go on with that information. Okay, so she does have power. She's not just a figurehead, even if they don't really use that form of government anymore. She has the ability and the power to, of course, to influence things.
It's like a weak sovereignty, where it's like she thinks, well, they hold her in high regard. You still don't disrespect the queen, but you still can get brought up on charges of heresy and all that. But her influence is very important. And that's why they follow her, the royal family, around. They still have a bit of influence. And you know how it goes. I'm not sure how it is in Britain, but all those little societies and the hierarchies, they make stuff happen.
Right, for sure.
And her influence, and she could have emptied her pockets out to the Negro. Made it filthy rich for generations of slave labor and slave trades, and taking over our land and our language and our customs. Ain't no telling how many artifacts and old Bibles that she got stored up in the damn castle that belong to us.
That's right. That's right. Damn right.
Yeah. And now, let's look into this. Were the black people, that means black, of course, the Israelites, not Africans. Now, were we better off in the UK, in Britain, or in America? That's a question we got to ask ourselves. Were we better off there? Was the queen better to us than Joe Biden and Barack Obama and all the rest of the presidents been to us? Do those things happen in the United States? Does it happen in Great Britain?
Right.
Well,
if I'm not mistaken, we got a school out there in the UK.
We damn sure do have a school out there.
They still have camp. So that means that the brothers are still lost in impoverished. And we doing the UPK is doing the work out there in UK. That proves that we ain't better off.
That's right. Let me put this picture up real quick to show how much better off we're not in the UK. Let me just put this picture up right here so you can see the these are her friends. You know what I'm saying? These are her friends. These are her friends out there. You know what I'm saying? So again, so it shouldn't be a surprise to anybody what the brother is saying. Okay, Kowal, you bring a heavy point, and Cap to even ask that question yet again. All the stabbings that take place in the UK. Now, I'm not up on UK news like that, but we like Kowal said, we got a school out there. We got Captain Parashio. We got a bunch of brothers and sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? Captain Mashak is out there all the time. You know, and the reality is that our people are absolutely suffering in the UK. And you know who's not suffering? All those damn Africans who try to pretend to be us. All them damn Africans in the UK, you know what I'm saying, like Burna Boy, who try to pretend to be us when they're not. You know saying? They're out there and they're not getting the same treatment that we get. They're not involved in the same gang violence that we're They're not involved in the police stabbings and police shootings and police brutality that exist in the UK. You understand? People think that the UK, you know, they think about Paddington Bear, you know what I'm saying, and literature and Charles Dickens. But the reality is that there's ghettos in the UK, there's ghettos in America, and they're filled with blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. It's the same thing. Same thing. You understand?
And Salakia, it's so sad because it's like black people in the United States. I mean, we are terrible. Israel without the truth all over the planet.
That's right.
But you know, we in here in the United States be like, oh, the queen. Don't you have no damn tears for the queen?
Right.
Because if we were so well off in the UK, then the I.S.U.P.K wouldn't have a camp out there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have to go to camp. They wouldn't have to blaze on the mic. They wouldn't have to have classes like we have classes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the same thing, the same trouble that we are in, the same thing that we go through, they go through.
Right.
So the same things happen all over the planet. Black man, Hispanic man, any man, wherever you are on the planet, we go through the same things.
That's right.
That's why the Bible is for us, because we the nation. We are the people who have been scattered. We've been scattered everywhere. So how in the world can you sit here and say, I mean, that damn Gail, the hell with Gail, like Captain Kahana always say. You know what I'm saying? That damn Gail, you know, boy, she always be on them, you know, trying to kiss the white man's butt and everything, man. It's terrible how destroyed we are as a people.
That's right.
It's terrible how destroyed we are. Now we're gonna have some tears for the queen. We're going through the same thing. Come on. I heard a black man. And I believe he wasn't an African. I believe he maybe just a Benjamite, you know. And he was over there in UK, and he said, "Oh, it feel like my mom died." And I was like, "Oh, goodness." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So with this, man, it's just, you can see with this, you can see this is the black people in the United States. Yeah, I mean, I should say the people in the truth, the people in the I.S.U.P.K. We can see that, hey, how bad off we are as a nation. We can see it. It's global. It's global how bad off we are, how destroyed we are. That we love the oppressor more than ourselves.
That's right.
Yeah, I said, till my mom died. I mean, goddamn.
Right. What I want to, as a lock you too, sir. What I want to know is where's the conspiracies at with the queen dying?
Right.
We got an old Richard Negro that died. He tried to buy CBS.
Right.
He tried to buy Fox News. Or he tapped the oil rig in Alabama, Mississippi. Where's the conspiracies with a so-called oppressor died? It's only when we die, when you got an old 85-year-old man, or you know what's the when one brother died, the old George, not George, what's his name?
Oh, you talking about
comedian? Who?
You're not talking about
Dr. I know you're talking about.
I forget his name, but he was a comedian. But he, you know what I'm saying, Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Did he pass away? Am I not mistaken?
Yeah.
But it was conspiracies about when he died. He was old as hell. It's like we always, when our people die, it's, you know, some kind of satanic ritual.
Yeah, right.
So the queen dies, it's, let's pray for her. We are destroyed mentally. And all my friends, you know, on Facebook and Instagram, if they posted a picture about R.I.P. the Queen, I just know you a coon, man.
No,
like, you gotta tell me your post. Let me know that you a damn coon.
Yeah.
Butter biscuit, fiddle playing coon. because you can't even name the queen's real name, let alone what the hell her job was. But you crying and giving flowers for the queen.
That's
It's
right.
ridiculous.
That's right.
People are destroyed, man. It makes me sick when I see it.
Hey, so I saw you. I ain't even laugh, man. But come on, you said butter biscuit.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Let me get the
It
scripture.
is, brother. I mean, come on, man. It's terrible, man. Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? It makes you cringe. Make you cringe, man. You know, at our people, man, because we gotta overdo it. We gotta be worse than them. We gotta mourn for them worse than their own people.
Right. They need us.
We gotta be now. I'm gonna see. I know I'm gonna see a black, maybe probably a Benjamite over there with tears. I know I'm. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see it. You know, and I might throw up. I might just throw up. I might vomit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's man, boy. I'm saying this.
And right.
Come on.
This is the book of Psalms, 46 and verse 3. It says, "Put not your trust in princes, nor in the Son of Man, in whom there is no help." Okay, Cat.
No, man, good gracious, it's breaking it down for you. Woo-hoo. It's hitting hard with the UK. It's smacking the UK in the face right there. Man, it's smacking the UK in the face. That princes, man, that means the big-eared Charlie. Big-eared Charlie. Big-eared Charlie, you know what I'm saying? Big-eared there. He's now, I guess he's not a prince. He's a king now.
Right.
He's a king now. Oh, we got to call him king now. Oh, King Charles.
Yeah,
you know, King here. Man. Good, look at that. You know what I'm saying? But it's telling us, hey, don't put your hope in them. Right. Don't put your hope in them. Black man, Hispanic man, they've been man. Hey, you can't put your hope in them.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna do nothing for us. I mean, what have the ones before them done for us? You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta look at. You know what I'm saying? All they're doing is just passing the torch down, passing the mantle down, and then they're not gonna do nothing. And you're gonna be at odds with them, the next person in line, you know?
Right.
It's a game to them. It's a game to them, you know what I'm saying? It's a game to them, and it's a way of life for them.
That's right.
Keep us down while they prosper and just live large.
That's right.
Keep us down. Just keep us down. Don't let us get too high. You know, that's why it was a picture with the queen looking at just gazing at her new granddaughter. The one that's supposed to be black, but she really a white girl, but you know, of course, she got a black mom. You know, the one that was just married, what's it, William?
Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle.
Yeah, Meghan Markle. Well, it's a picture, a still picture. It was on Facebook where she was just Meghan Markle was like kind of like slightly in front of her, and she was just looking at her with an evil gaze. I mean, come on, what was going through her mind right there?
Right,
like, damn nigga, you know, something like that.
Right, exactly.
And that's the way they think about it. We just, it's so sad for us as a people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the time when they first got married, I was at a bingo hall, me and my rib, and these black people, black women were so happy and overjoyed about, and the king loved her, and the queen loved her. The queen loved her. It was just, terrible. Terrible, man. Right. I mean, we are destroyed people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a picture, man, but she was just looking at her like, man, like a million things was going through her mind.
Right.
Like this woman is going to destroy the whole kingdom.
Right.
She's going to destroy the whole kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But we know that she's really not black because she got a white father.
Come on.
But the world looks at her like as a black woman. You know, they always think, that half. Oh, she's half black. That's terrible enough. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But, good night. Cool. You got something?
No, I'm about to say, look, the queen smelled that cocoa butter and got disgusted.
Oh yeah.
You know, she looking at Megan. And of course, Megan's father's white, but just a pure bloodline. Like you even mixing with anything black is against her time. You didn't do after the Dark Ages over with. They try to keep the castle as white as possible. You can look at their parliament now and look at the pictures, the overhead pictures of any kind of like Britain. Everybody's white in there. Like even the representation of black people is maybe one African somewhere in there.
Right.
He's married to a white woman. So it's like to even have that drop of black blood in their mind, that's not acceptable. Now with all the lily white, blonde hair, blue eyed women he could have chose, you choose this half-breeded dog, and of course the queen was disgruntled about it, and she should have been. You know what I'm saying? But that's how. But what pissed me off when you made a good point, Cap. Black women, when you was at the bingo hall, that wedding happened. I seen so many Negroes talking about, especially black women, Christian black women at that. God-fearing Christian black women, got their popcorn, put their nice clothes in the living room, like they at the wedding. And then go cry and say, this is a Cinderella story. Black people actually put themselves in Megan's shoes as if that's a real Cinderella story. It's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. That's why I think the whole time I.S.U.P.K. Our women don't even think like that. We understand about you're the seed of your father and not intermingling. But Christian black women really thought about their Cinderella story and lived vicariously through Meghan Markle. And she's a devil.
That's right.
That's the only reason why the marriage was permitted, because the queen knew that she was a devil. She just didn't want her grandkids having no Negroid features.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
She was right.
If I may, that's a heavy point you bring out, Kawhi. If I could, this again shows just how far low our people will stoop. We will stoop so low. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of, and this is going back to something we talked about before. What's going on with these Africans? You know what I'm saying? Like now, now you got, like I said, you got Burna Boy, you got all the WizKid, you got all these the Afro beat. And everybody's jumping on the bandwagon of the Afro beat. I saw a post where somebody said Burna Boy is better than Vybz Kartel. I said, you got to get out of your goddamn mind. But guess what? It's the same. It's that same mentality that our sisters got when they watch that. It's a funny movie, but it's a piece of propaganda.
Right.
Just like Color Purple is propaganda. Just like a movie from the 60s called A Raisin in the Sun is propaganda.
Yeah, I remember that.
Propaganda that a black American man is lazy. A so-called black American Negro is lazy. He's, you know what I'm saying, he's not a good man. To get a good man, you got to go get you know what I'm saying, Asagai from Nigeria.
Right.
Go get Akeem from Nigeria.
Right.
And our sisters take that and run with it. And guess what? This Meghan Markle thing was the same thing. It was a bunch of black women who, in their mind, their fairy tale. That's because remember in the story of Cinderella, what is Cinderella? She's poor.
She's poor.
All of her step family got money, but she's just the poor, you know what I'm saying, the poor maid. You know what I'm saying? So in their mind, as black women, they're poor and just downtrodden, and they need Prince Harry to come and save them.
Right.
They need Akeem, the Prince of Zamunda, to come save them because the projects ain't good enough. You understand? Because you know what I'm saying? Because Daquan from the ghetto ain't good enough.
Right.
And that is the same pervasive thing that destroys us so many times. We love these people, and our brothers do the same thing. We're always trying to look at other races and other people, attach ourselves to them, and say, well, we got to get close to them to live prosperous lives. We don't do that in the I.S.U.P.K. Give me Shaniqua from the damn projects.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah,
what's the one that died in that car accident? She burnt up. What's her name?
Oh, Diana.
I don't want Diana. I don't want Diana. I don't want Elizabeth. You know what I'm saying? We cannot keep trying to attach ourselves to them and think that they're up here because she's the queen or whatever. There's scripture that says don't trust in princes, man. You know what I mean? She ain't the king of a goddamn thing if you ask anybody in the I.S.U.P.K. And Charles ain't the king of a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? We have no king but Yahawashi.
That's right.
That's the only king we acknowledge in
That's
here.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So again, it's just another example of black people falling for the okie doke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And wanting to join everybody else. The grass is always greener on the other side, but of course it's not. The queen hates your guts. Charles hates your guts. Harry hates your guts.
Right.
All these devils hate your damn guts. You know what I'm saying? So this is not anything new. You know what I'm saying? And damn them Africans too. I can't stand that damn Afro beat music. The music sucks.
They should.
Hey, so I give you said who's Burna Boy?
Burna Boy is a damn disgusting Hamite I think he's originally from the UK.
Okay, all right.
One of them African Brit like Idris Elba.
So look, so do they play his his songs like me? I really don't listen to the radio. I listen to I download songs, so I really don't listen to the radio. I don't know who's hot or I don't know who the hell sings.
I don't personally know his music. I know I probably heard a song from him, but I can't call it. But he's like the premier. He's one of the premier artists on earth right now.
Okay,
they got him listed. They got him listed as he's Nigerian.
Mm-hmm.
And he does like you said the freaking Afro beats and dance hall music, and he does reggae, which is all Benjamite music.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
His hit song that he got famous was an actual, I think it was like a sound bite or a sample of a Israelite song. They just threw his vocals and lyrics and his little Nigerian garbage on top of it.
Right.
And they push him to the forefront like they did Tim's, like they're doing all the rest of these cats.
Yeah, he sold out MSG. He's like the first African artist sold out Madison Square Garden.
Right.
African artist to do that. And I watched some things related to it, and I mean, I'm telling you these, and on the topic, if I may, Cap, and the people who's really doing this is black women.
Yeah. Well, I can figure that.
Yes, black women are in love with these Afro beats, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These kind of, because in their mind, Burna Boy, they look at WizKid,
right?
They look at all these cats, and they say to themselves, "Okay, them it's like getting best of both worlds. He looks black." You know what I'm saying? He has some of the same features, even though we don't look like them. But in their simple minds, they say, well, he looks black, but also he's like exotic because he's from Nigeria. He's from the motherland. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the same, some of the same trauma that we have, which we know in the school is what makes us different, other than the fact that we don't have the same bloodline. You know what I'm saying? They're just falling. They're really falling into it out of one. If you look them up, you'll just see the crazy sells out arenas, and it's like black women buying like 60-70% of the tickets.
Yeah. Salakia, because I think I saw something, and one time I think I saw something on Facebook and somebody saying he sells out arenas and sells out arenas with a whole lot of and he makes a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And I think he like asked for a whole lot of money to perform.
Right.
Yes.
And stuff like that. Yeah. Because man,
he has some list.
Okay. Coming up, Salakia, coming up, growing up. See, I was around like I said, growing up in the 70s and stuff like that. You had Judah, Benjamin, and Ham.
Right.
We were like crammed together, and we was like. And a lot of times we would put the Benjamites with the Hamites, until we like maybe go over their house and when you meet their mother is kind of like acting like your mother.
Right.
She got a little caring spirit, kind of like your mother. She makes sure you keep your hat on, don't catch cold and stuff like that. And the Hamites were different, So you always it was always like I always wonder why are we so much alike. Even with the same name, because it was one of my brother's best friends coming up. They had our same slave name, Thompson.
Right.
So I used to wonder, how can he be Jamaican and have a last name like mine? So we never know nothing. You know what I'm saying? We are ignorant to the truth. Growing up. But you could always. It was so crazy because we were always like. I couldn't really get down when Africans get too close to them. They would be your friends, but you still couldn't get like that close to them. It was a disconnect. There was always a disconnect with the Hamites.
That's right.
But the Benjamites, it was always like that nigga's cool. That nigga my boy, man. This nigga is cooler down or what, man. You hang out with him, man. You like that's your boy. That's your boy. But an African, he could never be your boy.
Right.
No matter what, man. It was like we grew up, we had a dude that boxed with us. He struggled with us fighting through the amateurs and turned pro and stuff. This dude was like, come over our house and stuff, meet our parents. But he was a Hamite, and it was always a disconnect. The Joker is on Facebook right now. He's a friend of all my family. All my family but me. I mean, he's a Facebook friend of all my family, and this Hamite have never said boo to me on Facebook.
Wow, he know better.
You know what I'm saying? He shows up all the time with people you may know, people you may know. You know what I'm saying? And we were tight as our what in the world because we used to train together. You know, and he got deported back to Nigeria.
Right.
You know, and he was like 25-1 with 19 knockouts. And got deported back to Nigeria. You know,
I'm
he was a light heavyweight. You know, huh?
I'm shocked because them Africans can't really fight like that.
Yeah. But no. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. You know who taught him?
Who?
The most only trainer I would call great. Now, there's a whole lot of great trainers, but he was my trainer, Bobby Brown. He's an old man named Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was from Philadelphia. Bobby Brown came to DC. Bobby Brown was a hell of a trainer. And Bobby Brown was a teacher. Now, this Hamite could jab like this. And couldn't do a damn thing. About time he got deported, the motherfucker was unbelievable. Salakia. He was unbelievable. He was sharp as I don't know what, strong as a damn bull. This nigga, I mean, this Hamite was bad as I don't know what. And they deported him back to Nigeria. You know, and he should the only loss he had, he shouldn't have lost that loss. You know, we went to Vegas and trained in Vegas and he hurt his arm and he fought with a hurt arm. He should have been still undefeated. But the Hamite haven't said nothing to me on Facebook, and I don't say nothing to him.
Damn right.
Because there was a reason why. There was a reason why we always had a disconnect.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And there was a reason why he had a funny way about him. It was like he knew the truth.
That's right.
Knew who the hell I was, but I didn't know who I was.
Right.
And he had a funny, we wouldn't get into nothing. And he tried to be and even though he was trying to be a Christian, just like I was, we still had a disconnect.
Right.
And it was so funny. It was so funny. When before we turned pro down the House of Champions gym in DC, it was a crazy Benjamite named Ricky Green. Now, Ricky Green was a hustler killer. But I loved Ricky. Ricky that nigga was funny. I mean, he was like a dude. He was your boy. Ricky was your boy. No matter how crazy he was, you know what I'm saying? He was a killer. You know what I'm saying? He finally got locked up. You know, he was sticking up hustlers, and he got locked up and got shot and got locked up. I ain't seen Ricky since 1990. You know, but Ricky, you had love for Ricky because Ricky was just a Benjamite. He was your brother. Now I understand. Now I understand being the truth that Ricky was my brother. That's why I had love for Ricky. That's why Ricky was like, that nigga Ricky crazy as out of the way. He was a motherfucker. He was a nigga, but I like the nigga, you know? And then look. And the Hamite, although he was a Christian just like me, he came over, met the parents, used to eat dinner with us. It was still a disconnect. I used to be like, something wrong with this. I just can't really mess with this dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was the difference between Israel and Ham. Israel and Ham. We are different.
Totally different.
We are different. And in my spirit, I couldn't mess with that dude.
Right.
In my spirit, you know what I'm saying? So we got to really understand that we not those Africans. And these people, those Africans go right along with the oppressor. Oppressors. That's right. You know? That's why you're going to find in the death of this this devil queen, you're going to find a whole lot of Hamites. Oh, they're going to be crying too.
That's right.
You know, because they love the oppressor.
They love the oppressor.
You know, they love the oppressor.
I want to say this real quick because everybody bringing out such heavy points, and it's because you talk about the difference between you and this Hamite, you know what I'm saying, and me. You know, when I think of Africans in boxing, they be decent, but they never be top notch. You know what I'm saying? Samuel Peter ain't no damn Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even close. But the queen, and I got to say something to my Benjamite brothers because, like you said, Adewale, you said it earlier, so heavy. Them Benjamites, especially some of them Rastafari. They out there, they be loving the queen. They really love the queen of England, King of England. They do. Because guess what? Because part of their doctrine, if I'm not mistaken, part of their doctrine is they love Haile Selassie because Haile Selassie, I think, was knighted. Or Haile Selassie a relationship with the queen or something like that to that effect.
I believe so. I think so.
God, and they look at that like, oh, that's proof that he's, you know what I'm saying, something special. But if anything, that just proves that he ain't no. First of all, Haile Selassie was a damn Ethiopian Hamite, whatever it was. He wasn't a black man. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't none of that. But it just goes again to show we only respect things when the oppressor says it.
Right.
When the oppressor is the one who gives their stamp of validation, now we believe it. Now that's good. Now that's acceptable. But no, if it's just that's why we in I.S.U.P.K, so many brothers and sisters look at us and just say we just crazy niggas on the corner because there's a bunch of crazy niggas with beards, boots, braids, and gold teeth. What the hell could they know about anything? Let me go ask the oppressor to find out if this is true. Let me go ask the oppressor who the real Jews are. Let me go ask this African scholar. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ask him what's the truth according to the Bible, or what's the truth according to this
right.
That book.
That's right.
You know, we have to shy away from that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I love this show. We're breaking that chain. That is a chain of oppression on black people.
That's it.
Look at everyone else like they're the greatest. When according to Deuteronomy 7:6, the holy people that God chose are the children of Israel.
That's
and
right.
That ain't no Africans. That ain't no white people. That ain't no Polynesians. That ain't no Asians. It ain't none of them. It's blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, Kowal, you had something before I go into one of these stories?
Oh, don't get me started. Ham. I can get on Ham all day.
Bring it on.
Especially like he said with the boxing. I'm a boxing fan too, and you're right. You don't really see Hamite boxers. There's something about Africans too. Like my Hamite radar has been really good since I was young. I always pick out an African. I can always pick out an African. It's just like you said, like Cap was saying, like he couldn't really mesh well with the brother with the heathen early on. It's been the same way for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Africans have a certain way about them, and our spirits just don't mix at all either. Never have, and I love seeing Floyd Mayweather beat the hell out of, I think it was Philip Ndau. He beat the clinic that Hamite.
Right.
There was so much African pride and Kemet, blackity black. Mayweather came in there with a fresh fade, beat the brakes off of him.
Right.
I love every bit of that. I love every bit of it. We know the Hamite too. I forget his name early on in the career, but you don't see those because Africans they don't have what we have. They never have. And even with basketball, I don't know what the hell they do in Nigeria. They got a couple cats coming in the league, but none of them can hold a torch in Jordan. You'll never see a logo being changed to African. You'll never see Africans take over boxing or any other sport, not even soccer. Like you'll never see it. And then with the music, they're gonna have a nice little run with this whole Afro beats. Before you know it's gonna be in the history. When black people finally wake up, they're gonna hate Afro beats. I hate Afro beats now. Captain I thought was schooling me to it. Like I was on that boat, the boat ride, and they were playing that soca and the reggae. And he was telling me the difference between soca and reggae. And I was like, okay, Most High in Christ. And I started, listening to it. And then when they snuck a little Afro beats in there, he was like, nah, that's him.
Oh, okay.
I was like, word.
All right.
I can hear it too. I caught on it quick.
But
you know what I mean?
But the problem with that, if I may, Kowal, it's a heavy point you just said. With shout out to Captain Nayadak, though, by the way. Shout out to Captain Nayadak. Captain Nayadak, of course, you know what I'm saying, for really putting us on and allowing us to do this podcast, of course. But that's a heavy point because the messed up part about it is that now our people are jumping on the bandwagon, which I understand because as usual, you want, you know what I'm saying, you make music, you want to make your bread, you want to, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. And so a lot of Judite producers and Bunyamin producers are starting to make Afro beats. A lot of Judite and Bunyamin singers are starting to make Afro beats. Chris Brown just put out an album. Half the damn album was Afro beats.
You know what? Just heavy point. Beyonce's last album was trash because she tried to do the Afro beats thing and nobody was feeling it. As a matter of fact, she got ridiculed by some stinking fufu eating Africans talking about she was pandering. And we should say that Hamites are pandering with Afro beats.
Right.
How come every other culture can say that, they can claim pandering except for us? We started everything.
Right.
It started that those big old speakers and a loud boom bap that came from Jamaica.
That's
KRS-One is a hip hop student. If anybody knows anything about hip hop, it's KRS-One.
That's right.
And he gave this lecture. I think it was like Harvard, for like 2 or 3 hours about hip hop. He talked about how the Jamaicans started that the dance with the big speakers, jumping off the speakers, dancing all crazy. They brought that to New York and had the block parties.
That's right.
And then the Judites took it and did the mixing and all that. DJ Kool Herc and all. So my thing is, they're pandering to us.
That's right.
They're taking our culture. And then Duana, and we could also blame Hollywood for that same thing, because Hollywood reason why they're jumping on the bandwagon, because remember Africans used to be African booty scratchers?
Yes.
You said it's African. Because back in the day, nobody wanted to be African.
Nope.
God.
Negroes had a sense of, they might have been calling each other Israelites, but we know he wasn't African.
That's right.
But when you get Hollywood pushing all this to the forefront, like, and I heard in one of these movie producers, they said that Black Watch brought out a few weeks ago. One of them said that it's talks and murmurings that Africans are easier to deal with than the nigga actors. The Negro actress and the Negro actor, they demand the two divas. Africans, they don't want much. They want some fufu back there, maybe a candle, and they're ready to work. But they say we say Negroes, we gotta have a style, you gotta have all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And until you know it, Hollywood is doing that. That's just an excuse, because like Key and Peele, he does these movies. What he do? He always gets Africans to play lead roles. And they do a terrible job, in my opinion. They can't really act that well. It's because they're African. They get this hype. It's just our people fall for the banana tailpipe every time. Every time another culture does something we do so effortlessly, they do it barely. They get all the praise. And Hollywood pushes them in our face. So now you think you like Afrobeats. You don't like Afrobeats. They're just playing it 24/7.
Right.
You don't like Tim's. You don't like Burna Boy.
Like Tim's.
They're just playing. Tim's can't mess with Lauryn Hill.
Nope.
What the hell is a Tim's? She upset on Jasmine Sullivan.
And to be honest, if I may, you wouldn't even like Tim's if Future and Drake didn't take the damn song and remix it.
That's what I'm saying. And then on top of that, Hollywood knows it too, because look at all these African leads now. It's ridiculous. They got the Wakanda 2 coming out. Coming to America happened in the 80s. And it started with that garbage. That movie was filthy. And Eddie Murphy made it funny, but the seriousness behind it was that whole Back to Africa movement. We keep falling in love with Africa, the more Hollywood pushes it down our throat.
That's right.
And the only people that's rejecting it is the I.S.U.P.K. We're the only ones speaking up against it. No one else is doing it. No one else is doing it at all. I go on my timeline. Everybody's loving Africa.
Loving it.
I saw a preview of I.S.U.K got a movie coming out called Rap-ish. And I'm like, what the hell does she know about
she's
rap?
A dirty Hamite.
And you know what? I'm gonna get off my soap. I.S.U.K is disgusting. Her shows aren't that good. It's full of lucid sex, lesbianism, Christianity, and just being riotous. Her show, she said I.S.U.K, I never forgot about her big teeth. She said a comment that was so disgusting. She looks like Gucci Man, except for the female version. If you ever look at I.S.U.K, she looks like Gucci Man.
Right, she does.
The new Gucci with the big teeth, right? The extra large veneers. I.S.U.K said something so disgusting that I will never let her forget this. She said in the magazine article in a book of hers, that Black women should date Asian men, because Asian men are only ones that are on Black women's intellectual level. And she said that, and Black women start giving it thought, like, you know what? She might be right. I'm tired of these dumb niggas in the hood. And what did I.S.U.K go do? She goes and marries a Nigerian. She marries another African. So she pretty much just did the okie doke on Black women. Told y'all what to go do. Now you got sisters dating Jackie Chan, and she goes and marries her own people. We always fall for this garbage. Always fall for the garbage. But that's why I like shows like this. And the more we on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok blasting Hamites, show them how they eat. Show every week, just post a video of some filthy Hamite eat with his fingers. Fufu and crab and slime and goosey and all these nasty dishes to just separate the Negro from, look at her. That's her husband. The big old chompers. That's I.S.U.K's husband. He's African. She didn't go marry an Asian man. Like she told Keisha to go do. She told Keisha and our sisters to go marry an Asian man, but she goes and marries her own. They're wicked people. And this movie Rap-ish that's coming out called Rap Shit. I'm interested to see the agendas that's going to be in there. Because I'm pretty sure, first of all, she knows nothing about hip hop. She calls herself rapping in one of her shows, busting a freestyle. And Africans do this thing where they overdo everything.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see like Malibu's Most Wanted, where the white boy try to be black?
Yeah.
Africans try to be black too much.
Right.
It comes off as phony. That's how I
Right.
know you're not really a Negro.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know, she's disgusting.
No.
I hate it. I can't stand Africans, and I could go all know about them all day, but I'll get off of it.
No, brother. I gotta piggyback. Let's Cab, if you had something.
Nah.
I gotta, because it's a topic for which I am very, very interested. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to, again, we've been talking about the Queen and everything. It's like this, like a lot of the perceptions of Africans is funneled through other cultures. Like, for example, like what we think of when our sisters think of these Africans, they're not thinking of, if you notice that, right? Like whenever you think of a black man, what do you think of? You think of in the ghetto, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, uneducated or what have you. That's the first thing that comes to a person's mind when they think of a black man.
Right.
But when you think of an African, what do you think of? You think of some scholar, or you think of some, you know, some well-educated, well-dressed, quote unquote,
right,
fellow, you know what I'm saying, who is desirable to black women. But they never think about little kids in damn in African armies, you know what I'm saying, child soldiers. They never think of child soldiers, you know what I'm saying, in the Liberian War and stuff like that. That's never the image of Africans. Because a lot of what we're seeing with, as Kowal said, you got a lot of these actors now. These actors didn't grow up in Africa. They grew up in the UK.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them went to school in the UK.
Right.
They went to acting school and things like that since they were 6 years old. And then they come over here and then they get hired in a show. Like the damn, what's the show that one of the 50 Cent shows?
Power?
Not Power. The other one, BMF.
Top Boy?
BMF.
Oh, BMF.
And BMF, like I forgot the dude's name in the show, but he was a damn Hamite.
Whoa, which one? The tall one?
No, the villain type dude.
Oh yeah. The one that's the crazy one that had to kill.
Yeah. Right. He was singing the song. You Can't Stop the Rain. Yeah.
Right.
He's a damn Hamite, man.
My
Chiwetel Ejiofor played in 12 Years a Slave. You know, all that. He's a damn Hamite. We know Idris Elba is a damn Hamite. All of them. They know nothing. Idris Elba don't know nothing about the ghettos of Baltimore.
Right.
Nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? All these different actors. The one that got that Key and Peele got, or that Jordan Peele has for his films. Daniel Kaluuya. What they had Daniel Kaluuya playing Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton. How the what?
Wow.
Go all the way overseas and get an African by way of the UK. Oh, what's the other one? Lupita. Lupita is an African from Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
She's Nigerian and was raised in Mexico, and now she's playing black women in movies. What the hell is this? But you won't. They don't do that for so-called Negroes in America. We don't get the acting jobs. We don't get the same opportunities as these foreigners to play roles that are literally about us.
Right.
But what's cultural appropriation? You know what I'm saying? Like Kowal said, when do we get a chance to be like, yo, y'all doing this, but you don't know about the life that we live. You're not from the places that we from. If you're gonna get somebody to act in a movie about Fayetteville, North Carolina, how you gonna skip over Kowal and Bug Kayal and Quidam and all that? You don't get some damn Hamite to go play in a place they never heard of in their life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, again, the propaganda ever since things like Coming to America, and I also talked about, I'm gonna get off it in a second. Also, the movie in the 60s, A Raisin in the Sun, which was based on a play written by Lorraine Hansberry, who was a black woman who actually was, if I'm not mistaken, was also a lesbian, right? And she wrote this film, and in the film, one of the main characters falls in love with what? With an African.
Right.
She was originally with a black man, but what did they say? This black man was rich, and they treated him like, oh well, same thing with Coming to America. Remember Daryl? And Coming to America, he was rich, but they treated him like what? Like, oh, well, he didn't work for it. He just inherited it. He's not as sensitive. He's not as Kowal said, he's not as intellectual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to start looking into Kowal. Me and you talked about breaking down some of these movies That's
oh yeah, it's on Coming to America is the Top Gunner.
Yes.
What they did with that was just totally disgusting. And how would the oppressor like? We know what they're doing. If Viola Davis played Queen Elizabeth, how would they like that? we get dark skin Viola Davis play Queen Elizabeth. See how you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. Or get Jamie Foxx to play Elvis.
Right.
Yeah.
But you get these Hamites because we're dark.
Right.
You understand? We're darker skin.
Mm-hmm.
They're not us, and they can't hold a torch to nothing we do.
Nothing.
But that coming to America, like you said, you know, with the whole Daryl thing, and it's so disgusting that, you know, first of all, it's adultery all through it.
Mm-hmm.
And Hakeem was a number one player hater.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Hakeem was a number one player hater.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how the hell you gonna take another brother's woman?
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you dissed the woman that your daddy had for you.
Right.
Remember the fine sister that was jumping on one leg doing everything he asked?
Right.
Who the hell would say no to that?
Who was a Judite in real life, of course.
Of course, they had to throw that in there.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got Daryl, who's an Israelite, whose family owns McDowell's, and the father is like, and here comes the African walking in this house like this is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And that propaganda, that programming, it meant something to black people in the hood. Because now you don't look at McDowell's as if McDowell's anything. You're looking at Hakeem and Zamunda like Wakanda now.
Yeah.
Now Wakanda's better than what we think we can have.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. And Eddie Murphy lied, but I watched the story behind a fake Jew who was one of Eddie Murphy's friends. They went back and forth. Eddie Murphy came up with this, had him come on cast and help write the movie and direct it. Eddie Murphy does all this freelance comedy, which he does, but that's a fake Jew was behind this whole thing. Directed this plot line, story, everything. Eddie Murphy had a little to do with this movie, except for the parts where he ad-libbed and came with all these characters. Mm-hmm. But they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They've been doing it forever. And that's just one disgusting movie from how it comes on to the things they say. Daryl Daryl had fringes on his sweater. And St. John's, when they sit in it, when they sit
at St. John's,
St. John's watching the basketball game, and he talking that stuff like a U.P.K. nigga. What y'all play? Chase the monkey. That's what we would say. And he had fringes hanging off his damn sweater.
Yeah.
Ain't no accident.
God.
And then they made the sister look like a hoe. Oh, don't get me started. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They made the dark skin sister.
Come on. That's some heavy metal you dropping. That's some heavy metal. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And look, and there were all that which I was saying, all that which I was bringing out, it brings us right back to the scriptures. You know, Isaiah, when it's Psalms 83, which says, "Come, let us cut them off from being a nation."
That's right.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right.
You know, so it's like, I mean, they have come together with that crafty council.
Man.
To cut us off. To cut us off. But Israel going to be no more in remembrance if we let this go on. If it wasn't for the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA,
damn right.
They would just cut us off.
Man.
You know, from being a nation. So and that's the beauty of the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We come together as a nation.
Come.
And like it says in Psalms 83, they said, "Come, let us cut them off." You know?
Right.
So the name of Israel will be no more in remembrance. Yeah, so we won't even know the real Yasha.
That's right.
We won't even understand where we come from. Now they put it like I was bringing out so heavy that all of the African movies coming to America, they pushed us back into Africa.
Right.
Now we being proud. The Malcolm X movie. Remember at the end of that Malcolm X movie? Well, Denzel Washington, I am Malcolm X. I am Malcolm X. All them Hamites, I am Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? You see?
I am Malcolm X.
They pushed us back into Africa. Now we believe we're African again.
Right.
Now we're proud to be African. We're proud to be African American. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, these devils, man, it all comes from the oppressor. And now, you know what I'm saying? And now all these other nations are really realizing that, wait a minute. Right. If all these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians get the truth, man, we can't feed off them no more. We can't. Our rich is going to go away because they're going to wake up.
Right.
They're going to understand that, hey, they are the people of the Bible. They God's chosen people. They're going to serve the Most High. And wait a minute, Christ's going to be back.
Right.
You know, they understand like that, and it's so heavy that these evil, come on, all of them are oppressors. Because why they oppress us? But you understand it, the white man is the oppressor. Because
That's
why?
right.
The white man, he not only he oppresses us, he oppresses the other heathens too.
That's right.
He oppresses everybody. You know, he's the number one oppressor. He's the oppressor. But these dirty Africans and Chinese and all these Ethiopians, they oppress us too.
That's right.
They oppress us too. You know what I'm saying? They still tell us hurry up and buy when we come in their stores.
That's right.
They oppress down on one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But man, it's a beautiful thing knowing this truth and being in this truth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now and knowing that who we are.
That's right.
The beautiful thing, we know who we are now. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's like, man, looking at the 12 tribes, man, hey, we know who we are.
Right.
We know who we are. They can't mess with us.
Other one,
you know?
So no, that's heavy metal. What you just dropped. You said something so crucial right there. You said these Hamites and these you know what I'm saying, these Asians and you know all of them are confederate against us. You know what I'm saying? And they all hate us and they're all disgusted. Well, like I said, this is the Chain Breakers podcast brought to you by the I.S.U.P.K Commander General YAHANNA. That's right. And everything we do is again to break the chains that have been placed on your mind. So again, the chains of coming to America and Raising the Sun and all these African mumbo jumbo movies and TV shows and all of that, Prince Akeem and Wakanda and all of that. You think Africa is such a wonderful place. Well, let me show you what's going on in Africa right now. We're going to get into this. This is one of my stories. So this is on what we was getting into today. Right. I'm going to read this. And when I saw this, you know what I'm saying, Akim Wa Adwanyam, I bust out laughing. I laughed immediately. I said, I have to. Y'all see this African right here? Hold up. Let me get that baby out there. Y'all see this African?
Right.
Sitting on a donkey. Anything about this donkey look funny? Maybe not. Maybe it's hard to notice what's wrong with this donkey. You just see this African man's ashy feet hanging off the side of the donkey. Let's roll up and let's see what this article is about.
Oh my goodness. Is that a joke?
Good Lord. Man.
This is a real thing. This is an article from yesterday. This is AP News. This is Associated Press. This is not the I.S.U.P.K. It's not Office of Top One. I can make this up. I just did some research, and here we have it. In Nigeria, they're smuggling donkey penises.
My goodness.
Good gracious.
Nigeria seizes donkey penises to be smuggled to Hong Kong. So who's Nigeria's seizing them? Okay.
So Nigerian officials seized them from other Nigerian smugglers who were about to ship the donkey penises to Hong Kong.
So they're penis mongers.
Good gosh.
Good night.
I mean, come on.
What is up with this historic love of phalluses in Africa? They've always been in love with the phallus.
Lord, man.
This is Egypt.
Hey, Salakia, donkey penises. I mean, what is that? Is that going to be the new shrimp fried rice at the carryout?
Probably is.
I mean, good Lord, man. Is that going to be the new chicken in the carryout, in the Chinese carryout? I mean, good Lord.
Poor donkey.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Poor donkey, man.
Abuja.
Damn, man.
We got to get back to calling Kawal. Cap, y'all was right. We got to get back to calling them African booty scratchers. We got to get back to our roots.
Man.
Recognizing that they are so different and disgusting and not us. This is AP News, Associated Press. Abuja, Nigeria. Nigerian officials have seized thousands. Oh man, it's thousands of them. Thousands of donkey penises that were about to be exported to Hong Kong, and officials said on Thursday. Sacks of the donkey male genitals were seized at the international airport in Lagos, Nigeria's largest city. Sambo Galadima, the Nigerian customs told reporters the consignment was falsely declared as cow male genitals. I guess they thought that would be better, but after due examination, My expert officers discovered they were donkey male genitals, said Donga de Lima. A total of 16 sacks of the genitals were seized.
Come on, man.
An investigation has been launched to find out more information about the seized items, the Customs Service said. Although the seizure of donkey genitals meant for export from Nigeria is rare, donkey skins are known to be frequently exported or smuggled out of the country. In July, the Nigerian Customs seized $116,000 worth of donkey skins being smuggled into the country from neighboring Nigeria. Nigeria is trying to curb the export of donkey skins, which has drastically diminished the country's population of the work animals, particularly in the north. Nigerian senators in 2021 proposed to ban the killing of donkeys and the export of their skins. Let me scroll down a little bit so we can get
Good Lord.
No pun intended, the meat and potatoes of what actually took place.
Good God.
The major beneficiary in this trade is the donkey skin merchants in China. Mohammed Dadi, one of the federal lawmakers supporting the proposed ban, has said this animal is facing extinction in Nigeria, and it's an animal you cannot breed in large numbers because of the very low rate of fertility, because we know that donkeys do not reproduce or not easily reproduce. So like, it's a little bit more. I want to get this main part. I don't see it here.
Gosh.
So like, where's the part? Bear with me just one moment. One moment.
I thought donkeys had it easy.
Nope.
Dang, they killing the damn donkey.
They're killing the donkey.
What the hell, man? Poor donkeys. Damn.
So like, I can't, for whatever reason, I can't scroll down further here. But what I do know is that the reason, it's somewhere in the article, that the reason why it's such a hot commodity in Africa and in Hong Kong is because they do use the donkey penises to make medicine.
Good God.
Yes, that's what the donkey penises and skins are made for. They take the penises and they boil them, and they make some kind of medicine that is consumed in Nigeria and Hong Kong.
I call BS on the medicine.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you, boy.
Right, sir. What the hell kind of medicine? So you got all these brilliant devil Esau doctors skipped over the donkey penis, but some stinking African found some kind of molecular science in a donkey rod.
You know, God.
Get the hell out of here.
God.
You know, they eat donkey penis. It's a delicacy in China.
Exactly.
They like to eat anything that's disgusting and morbid and just downright abominable.
Boy,
Chinese people love it because they have Down syndrome.
Boy.
That's the point. They will eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Nigerians know that. Nigerians will scam and sell anything to you.
That's right.
Leave a cell phone around in Nigeria. Some Africans. I don't care if it's a loose bubble flip. They're gonna take it and sell it. The top scammers and thieves are Nigerian Africans. They're gonna sell you donkey, whatever you want, they're gonna get to you.
Good
and Hong Kong is the capital of China, ain't it?
Man,
that's where the tourists go. That's where everybody goes to get the nastiest, the monkey brain. And I sent you a video of a real donkey rod on the plate, and Chinese people about to eat it. Say less. So if you think I.S.U.P.K is lying, they're eating it.
Salakia, now, I noticed I don't see a whole lot of Chinese carryouts.
Right.
Do they have any, like in the cities, y'all, you brothers in, do they have any, still have Chinese carryouts? A lot of them?
Sure.
They shut down
have a lot. Okay, because I'm saying, out here we got some Mexican brothers.
Right.
Israelite brothers. They opened up like a one of them restaurants, and they make like rice and chicken and stuff, like used to be in them carryouts. But they are really using chicken. And it's a real good restaurant. It's a real good restaurant, but that's like the only thing close to a carry out.
Right.
But I haven't seen like a whole lot of carry outs, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just, man, looking at this donkey penises. I mean, come on, you think you eating some orange chicken? Keep on going to that carry out. I mean, you think you eating orange chicken? I mean, come on, man.
I tried to find
you ain't eating donkey penises.
I tried to fight it as long as I could. I would see brothers talking about, I ain't eating no Chinese food. I'm looking around like these brothers is crazy because I grew up on Chinese food, like, you know what I'm saying? But stuff like this is like, you know what?
And I've been over to Korea, And when I went to Korea, it changed my mind about all this chicken. I don't separate the Moab and Ammon and all. I put all of them in the same book. But I know some of that, a lot of that stuff is cat and dog because that's more prevalent than chicken. It is, and if the consistency of the cat meat. That's real thing. I seen a video on TikTok of some brother, some Jake was doing a drop off, and one of the boxes open. He pulled out a vacuum sealed cat and was like, "Y'all better stop eating Chinese food." This is like the 5th or 6th video you can find online of people saying that. And what's happening is when I came into the truth, I was like, "Yo, I don't trust these heathens no more because you can't tell me you got that much orange chicken, that much boneless chicken on the end." I mean, I've seen Popeyes run out of chicken before. And say, sorry, we got to close down. We got a chicken. I've never seen the Chinese man run out of chicken.
Exactly.
How's that possible?
Exactly.
And he's open on, and the Chinese man don't celebrate Christmas, so he's open on Christmas. He never closes, and you don't run out of chicken. That's not chicken, brother. But if I eat anything from them, it have a bone in it.
Exactly.
Look at that. You see that? Exactly.
Hey, Salakia too. You know, it's funny because it was a friend of mine, a brother. He was a Judite brother. And he was a chef, right? And I asked, this is like some years ago. I asked him on Facebook, asked him, you being a chef, I said, you know, Chinese people, they make the beef and broccoli.
Right.
And I was just saying, why is the beef so fine? You know, how they make the beef so fine and soft? It tastes like a different, you know, type of beef.
Right.
So I said, how do they get it that way? And I don't know if I stepped on his toes or anything, but he never answered and he deleted me from his Facebook page and I never spoke to him again. You know what I'm saying, man? Maybe I was hitting on something, man. You know what I'm saying?
You was hot on the trail, Cap.
Yeah. I was hot on the trail because I was just wondering, you know, why is it like that? You know what I'm saying? The brother I haven't heard from the brother in years. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's like some crazy shit going on, you know, with these restaurants, man.
It's cat dog.
And like these devils, I mean.
Oh my God, there it is.
These Moabites, I mean, come on.
Goodness. What the hell?
I mean,
good. Even look at the devil's face.
I feel sorry
even
for
the
devil. Look at the devil looking at it. The devil looking at it like, what in the world?
Oh my God.
Ooh. What is that? Hey, what the?
Look at that. That's that fine meat right there. That good
That's
old
it. That's it. That's it. Look, now he's smiling. Now the devil's smiling.
Yeah.
That devil
and he's gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it anyway.
Right. He can't wait to dig in.
He can't wait. Look at it. Look at his face. Look at it. And you know, if I could, these devils are funny too. Because these devils, they be so they this is such their kingdom and they're so rich.
Right.
They just try anything exotic.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They will fly to like some damn ghetto in Laos. For some back road, you know what I'm saying, in Vietnam. And try some delicacy. That nasty fake Jew, a so-called Jewish man, Andrew Zimmern, he got rich off of that. He got rich off of. He had a show called Bizarre Foods.
Right, I remember that.
He got rich. If you go watch his show, he done ate more donkey penises. He done
come on, man.
All kind of fish.
Come on, good Lord.
And all of that, and got rich off of it.
Man,
that's crazy.
They asked him. They said, "Well, of all the penises you've had, which is the tastiest?" He said, "Ox penis. That's the most delicious penis I've tasted."
Good grief.
That's the devil for you, bro. That's the devil for you. Oh my God.
Exactly.
As my brother Yahweh says, this is, you want to know what damn coronavirus?
Right.
Con.
Exactly.
Look at
this. Man.
And guess what? They wanted to blame black people.
That's right.
They tried to blame black people for coronavirus, but they don't want to blame the devil and the Nigerians shipping the donkey penises and the damn Moabites. And
they would just eat anything. I mean, I heard of some people eat the camel's hump.
Right, they do. Camel hump.
What animal would eat a camel's hump?
Good night.
I mean, a camel's hump doesn't look appetizing. I mean, come on, man. A camel doesn't look appetizing there anyway.
No,
but
it doesn't.
You're gonna. I mean, you can eat. I mean, come on, eat the tail or something. But you're gonna eat the hump. I can't even imagine looking at the hump like, man, I can taste it now. It's a hump. I mean, damn.
Y'all remember this? Hold up.
Come on, man.
Exactly what they do, man. It's so disgusting. And our people fall for the damn hump. Our people fall for it. Y'all remember this? We eating the camel's hump.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, look at that.
He said, y'all ain't got some better food, some chicken wings, some
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some lawful food.
Right. And the Chinese man went in on him.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's sitting up here eating camel's hump.
Right.
No.
Eating camel's hump.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's right. Boy.
We gotta let go of these heathens for real.
And for real, man. For real.
No sweat. Moving on. So that's another donkey penises. Yeah, they've been smuggled.
Yeah. Let's
get some more. Let's talk some more. Let's get a little bit real quick. I got a lot of stories here. We ain't gonna be able to finish them all, but whew, let's talk about this one. So we got off the Hong Kong global trade of camel penises. We talked about Queen Elizabeth, man. Let's go to another Moabite, Ammonite. You know, they always confuse me. When it comes to Korea, I always get confused. I think the North, I want to say that most of North Korea is Moab, and most of South Korea is Ammon. I want to say that, but I'm not exactly sure. Don't Cap. You know the difference between.
I'm not too sure about that. I'm definitely not too sure about that. I mean, I say gook, but
God.
Maybe I put them all in. I put them all in the gook pot.
Right, the gook pot, right.
Toss them in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I heard that since Vietnam. That's funny.
Yeah, but me too, bro. I heard that one since I was in Nam. But no sweat. We're gonna go to another story here. This one is a little bit, this is a little more extreme. And I saw this and I said, damn, you know what I'm saying? The I.S.U.P.K, Most High in Christ, Barakatah Yahweh shot for the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA. Because if you are not in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA, you should be terrified right now of everything that's happening in the earth. You should absolutely, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be doing no vlogs. You shouldn't be on vacation. You know what I'm saying? You should be sitting at home, you know what I'm saying, biting your nails, scared to death about it. So let me pull up this article right here, since we're talking about these, these Asians or whatever you want to call them. Look at this right here. It says North Korea says it will never give up nukes to help the United States.
Yeah.
Never. Never. It ain't gonna happen. There you go. There you go. Old boxhead Kim Jong-un said he made a speech to Parliament in Pyongyang, North Korea, and said he is never giving up nukes. He won't give them up. So South Korea, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un stressed his country will never abandon the nuclear weapons it needs to counter the United States. I'm gonna highlight that if y'all can see that real here, right here. Y'all see that?
Right.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un stressed his country will never abandon the nuclear weapons it needs to counter the United States. He didn't say the UK. He didn't say Africa or Canada.
Right.
South America, Australia, India. He didn't say nobody else. He said the United States, which he accused of pushing to weaken the North's defenses and eventually collapse his government. State media said Friday. Kim made the comments during a speech Thursday at North Korea's rubber stamp parliament, where members passed legislation covering the use of nuclear weapons, which Kim described as a step to cement the country's nuclear status and make clear such weapons will not be bargained. The law spells out conditions where North would be inclined to use its nuclear weapons, including when it determines that its leadership is facing an imminent nuclear or non-nuclear attack by hostile forces. The law requires North Korea's military to automatically execute nuclear strikes against enemy forces, including their starting point of provocation and the command if Pyongyang's leadership comes under attack.
Wow.
Cap.
Man, Most High in Christ.
Damn right.
Most High Christ. Here it is. Here it is. You know. Here it is. And the United States are so much hypocrites. You know. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they always trying to stop somebody from getting nuclear weapons, and they have now nuclear weapons.
Right.
I mean, come on, and they drop. Come on, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they dropped the bombs.
That's right.
They already dropped the bomb. I mean, come on, man. Who has a history of dropping a bomb?
Only
You know
America.
Only America. Only America. It's crazy, you know, that they just go along like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, Most High in Christ did, you know, what's his name? Jung Hoon or whatever. Most High in Christ, he feels that way. You know what I'm saying? And Most High in Christ did America feels the way they feel about it. And maybe, you know, maybe they could maybe sooner than later they're going to get on with World War III. Maybe sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm waiting to see. That's what I'm waiting to see. You know, hey man, it's like, I mean, that's really, man, I feel good about that when I see that. I feel good about that when I see that, man. That's now it's getting hot. Now the stew is getting hot now. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving this. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now I put it back to Biden. Now what you gonna do, Biden? You gonna let them punk you like that?
Right.
United Nations? You gonna let them punk y'all like that? He's punking y'all. You know, y'all some suckers. You know what I'm saying? I want to start a fight. You know what I'm saying? Man, go ahead, brother.
Kawhi, please.
I was just gonna say that's a heavy point, Cap. You know, and the more I see these headlines about the threats of nuclear war, and we're not gonna put away our missiles and all this, it just reminds me of how merciful the Most High is. How at any moment he could just have his demons whisper the right thing in one of their ears and send it to hell off. But he's allowing us to get our life together. He's buying us more time.
Exactly.
When we read these headlines, we got to be like, as blacks and Hispanics and American Indians, we got to say, man, at any moment it could go down. We know once the show starts, Yahushua gonna crack that sky. So we got to be ready. We got to wake up and turn from our wicked ways, because all these headlines are doing is reminding us how real World War III is. It's in the Bible, so it's going to happen. The Most High is not slack on his promises. So who the hell are we to sit up here and drag our feet when it comes to coming to the school? And North Korea is so close to South Korea. They're gonna take out South Korea first. South Korea is army base, and they're so close to North Korea, and they hate each other. I think you might be right, Thaba One. I think it's one of them are closely related to the Japanese, and the other one isn't. But they all look the same to me. But they have when I was over there in Korea, we had to wear a pro mask, which is a gas mask. Every Thursday, we had to practice the NBC drills, just in case that, you know, the threat of NBC or biological warfare could happen, and that's how real it is. And that should also be a warning to the brothers and sisters who are thinking about joining I.S.U.P.K, so-called military or Air Force, Space Force. You do that, that's what you got to look forward to right there. That bomb. You are directly fighting against the Most High when you decide to raise your right hand to swear to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. You're going to die doing it. You're going to die with a stupid uniform on. You'll get burnt to a crisp for $20,000 in a new Charger. It's not worth it. Because you read these headlines and brothers and sisters join the army. I'm like, did you just see what Kim Jong-un said? Do you think that Russia is playing? Do you think that North Korea Iran is not playing? America's sure not playing. But we as black people, we're going to be the fighting force behind trying to, you know, fight Russia and North Korea and all that. It's Negroes. We're going to be the ones, because we're the poor ones. We always want to go to the military because we're poor and disenfranchised. And we're going to be the ones fighting and die for America who don't even love us.
That's right.
So
these headlines, we need to wake the hell up when we see these headlines. You know, of course, we in the I.S.U.P.K, we understand that these things must happen. But it also is showing us that we still have a little bit more time before one of them heathens press that button. We got a lot of work to do. Our people need to wake the hell up.
Most times, hey, that was heavy, Kawal. What you're saying, because it's like, and that's just so heavy what you bringing out, Kawal, because it's like they got us. We speaking to our brothers and sisters who thinking about joining the military, Esau's military, because it's like the same way. Well, what we talking about, World War III is going to happen. Christ is going to come in the middle of World War III. what I mean, come on, the oppressor is just so evil and just so scheming. Like he wants the Israelites, the people who Christ is coming for. He wants them on the front lines fighting Christ.
Right.
He wants them on the front. He wants us on the front line fighting Christ. Now, isn't that crazy? Christ is coming to save Israel.
Right.
And Israel on the front line of Esau's military trying to fight Christ. You know what I'm saying? So the oppressor is so diabolical. You know what I'm saying? And evil in his ways. You know what I'm saying? So this is why it's all, I mean, the crafty counsel is amazing. It's amazingly evil how they got things set up. You think all these years since 1969, they're not watching the I.S.U.P.K under command of General YAHANNA? They watching it. Like I always say before that, if we were talking junk or any type of lies, well, Commander General YAHANNA would have been on 60 Minutes so many years ago.
Right.
You know, Walter Cronkite and Dan Rather would have been down at the camp in D.C. saying this is the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? They say that the white man's the devil. They would have been like saying all this type of stuff, talking to us a long time ago.
Right.
But they gotta keep everything undercover. They gotta keep the truth undercover. They gotta keep the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA away from all news cameras.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna wise up and gonna look at it, and people gonna be like, wait a minute, what are them black guys talking about? Now, I want to do some research into it because everything's on the internet now. You know what I'm saying? So the beautiful thing about it is this is the Lord's work. What we're doing. This is the Lord's work. And no matter what, how diabolical the white man is, he can't stop it. He can't stop it at all. All we got to do as brothers and sisters in I.S.U.P.K, we just keep pushing. Keep pushing and keep understanding that, hey, the time is getting shorter. Time is getting shorter. And the more we have these shows like this, the more we go out to camp, hey, the more people are going to wake up. Christ doesn't even know when it's going to be his time to come. Only the Most High knows.
Right.
Only the Most High and the angels are giving their reports. They're reporting every day. I mean, it's a beautiful thing the way the things in the fourth dimension was going on. We can't see it. We can't see the angels watching us. We can't see the angels marking down what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Going back, reporting. Man, the council in the fourth dimension must be amazing. I know it is. Man. You know what I'm saying? Man. The council where the angels coming to present themselves, man, it's something else, you know? And all we got to do to know that that's going on. Know that the Lord's seeing them, you know? Right. Like I said, in Amos, I believe it's Amos 9 and 8, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. Sees the sinful kingdom. America, come on, they're the leaders of everybody. They're the leaders of the world. So the Lord is watching America and all the evil that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So black man, Hispanic man, we can't look at America and join his military like America is going to be there forever. We bring it out all the time. America is going to be destroyed in an hour. That's right. America and its allies are going to try to fight Christ in the chariots, and it's going to last an hour. It's going to be over. It's going to be over and done with. So says the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why we can stand on this and know it's the truth, because look at all the atrocities that we went through in the Bible that the Bible said we were going to happen. What's going to happen to us? We got the transatlantic slave trade in the Bible. Right. We read that all the time in Deuteronomy. So those things happen. You would be a fool to think that Christ coming back is not going to happen. You would be a fool, because what's going on right now, that the oppressor and all these heathens, they're eating us up. They're eating us up. They eat us up, and it's so evil. You know what I'm saying? But what's going to get us out is what's serving the Most High. That's right. We're serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And then what we're about, the people who's watching, who think we're Christian, no, we're not Christian. We're not Christians. Don't even get that in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Think not. You know what I'm saying? If we're Christians. You know what I'm saying? Well, we keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And that's going to bring Christ back. That obedience unto the Most High, that's going to bring Christ back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not going to church saying hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. That's going to punish you. That's going to get you killed. Mm-hmm. But serving the Most High, being in this truth, this is going to bring Christ back. That's right. And it's a beautiful thing, knowing the truth. You know what I'm saying? Knowing the truth, it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And this is the home of the truth. Go ahead, brother.
Damn right.
Come on. Damn right. Ooh, wait. Let me read a little bit more on this before we move on to the next. We got about 20 minutes left. Scroll down. It says the law also says North Korea could use nukes to prevent an unspecified catastrophic crisis to its government and people. A new definition that experts say reflect an escalatory nuclear doctrine that could create greater concerns for neighbors. Kim also criticized, going back to what Kawal said, Kim also criticized South Korea over its plans to expand its conventional strike capabilities and revive large-scale military exercises with the United States to counter the North's growing threats, describing them as a dangerous military action that raises tensions.
Right.
Kim has made increasingly provocative threats of nuclear conflict towards the United States and its allies in Asia, also warning that the North would proactively use its nuclear weapons when threatened. His latest comments underscored the growing animosity in the region as he accelerates the expansion of his nuclear weapons and missiles program. Let me get this on the screen.
That's heavy. And you know what's crazy too is that they're telling you a threat. Well, who defines what a threat is except for the person who feels threatened? I mean, Kim Jong-un can just think that America's about to bomb first. What he's saying is to prevent his people from dying and getting burnt to a crisp, he's going to strike first. And that in layman's terms, I'm not going to allow my people, which he loves his people, he's not going to let his people be the victim of a nuclear attack first. He'll destroy South Korea and send missiles all over through Hawaii, all through America. I mean, they have this. They have the capabilities. They have the hypersonic missiles. And Russia's on the side of the North Koreans.
That's right.
So the both sides not playing with. We don't have much time left. The Bible says, "Except these days be shortened." You know what I'm saying? The days are going to be shortened. And on top of that, he said it won't be no flesh to save.
That's right.
If you don't shorten the days.
That's right.
These heathen nations ain't playing. They're going to press the button, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do? You understand? That stuff is serious, man. I don't think people understand how serious these nuclear weapons are. Like they'll take out whole masses of land and people and then prevent things from growing for generations.
That's a fact.
All we know is the studies of Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Fat Man, and Little Boy, whatever. Them little punk ass bombs they drop. They got 10,000 times more powerful nuclear weapons now than they had then.
That's right.
So when you put that on the scale of nuclear disaster, America's nothing. It's a pile of rubble.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
It's a pile of rubble.
Exactly.
So we gotta get together quick.
If I make a wall,
go ahead. They're gonna press that button. Ain't gonna be no flesh left.
No, so
it's gonna turn early.
That's right. So like I ain't mean to cut you off, brother.
No, you good.
And it's so heavy. And if I may cap, it's so heavy because I mean, look, you said we always study is Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Little Boy, so on and so forth, man. But look what happened in Chernobyl. Look what happened in Chernobyl. That was in 1986. Do you understand that the inclusion zone in Chernobyl is still uninhabitable right now? It's 35 years later. 35 years later, and that was not an atomic bomb used to kill people. It was an accidental nuclear reaction.
Right.
Accident. And people still, I dare you to walk over there right now. Go to Chernobyl right now. Walk near the inclusion zone right now in Chernobyl. You'll be dead in a week.
Yep.
Now imagine if North Korea pushes the button and drops a bomb directly on your head in New York City.
Right.
In DC or Texas or California.
Right.
It will be, because that's what's going to happen. This is going to be the lake of fire. This land is going to be uninhabitable for borderline ever.
Right.
There's going to be nothing here but flames and fire, no plants, no nothing.
Nothing.
It's what's going to happen. You understand? Our people, as Kawal said, and Cap is trying to get you to understand, it is not a joke. You think we're niggas on the corner, we're trying to save our people, and this goes out. Last thing, and I'm going to yield. This is also to you blackity blacks. You blackity blacks to talk so much about you want to get down with the not effing around coalition or
right, NFAC.
You want to get NFAC, or you want to get down with you know what I'm saying, the Black Panthers, and you say, we got to get guns. I'm not telling brothers and sisters not to have weapons. I'm not telling you that. You can have a gun, protect your household. That's fine. But you think you're gonna get guns so we can have some damn race war with some damn devils? Are you kidding? They will put a damn miniature nuclear bomb in your mailbox. You know what I'm saying? They will bomb you like they did them brothers and sisters out there. And was it Philadelphia?
Yeah,
where they bombed the damn block.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not about to clip up against the oppressor with no. Who you gonna buy the guns from? The damn side
Exactly.
of the Western.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no. That's like
so what you gonna do when you run out of bullets? You gonna throw the gun at them?
Right.
I mean, come on, you're gonna run out. You're gonna run out. You need them. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna run out of bullets. You don't got no weapons. You don't know whatever little. You'll throw a Molotov cocktail against somebody that studied nuclear fission since the 70s.
Right. Then too, think about this. They'll just get you in church, black man. You go to church with a bunch of white folks. They'll just close the door and they lock all y'all in there. They'll have a chain message saying, tomorrow we're gonna get those 40 Negroes in this church.
Right.
No.
You show up trying to praise white Jesus while you're on your knees, they're gonna all turn on you.
That's right. Damn right.
He ain't gotta go. He can just do that on Sunday and kill half the population.
That's right.
All of them go to church. They believe the oppressor. They love Esau.
You're dead.
God.
You're dead in the church.
You go to church, you're done.
God.
And none of these preachers are talking about World War III at
That's
all.
right.
I mean, ask Big Mama or your uncle, your daddy, or cousin about World War III. And don't even get to try to show them the scripture. Just what about World War III prophesied about? Well, you know, this gonna say wars and rumors of war. That's all they're gonna say.
Yeah, exactly.
Wars and rumors of wars, baby. That's all they're gonna say. They can't back it up. They always like to say wars and rumors. They've been saying that since Martin Luther King was getting sprayed by a damn water hose.
Oh, that's right.
But they don't really believe what they're saying. They just say
right.
Exactly.
Because
wars
and rumors of wars, baby. That's all they say.
That's
and guess
right.
what?
Exactly.
But the I.S.U.P.K, this is real. You know what I mean? And we know it's real. We're preparing for it.
Yeah.
Let the Most High do his thing.
That's right.
We gotta be ready spiritually, though. We gotta get our people out of these churches.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get our mind right. The Bible said we gotta examine ourselves in these last days.
That's right.
What kind of person we are.
That's right.
But Most High in Christ, Commander YAHANNA hold it down because, man, I can't imagine still being in the Christian church singing Kumbaya, my Lord, with a bunch of heathens. I mean, just think about the church. You got Esau on your right hand, you got Ham on your left, and then someone got Amalek and Moab in the damn pulpit preaching. The Rainbow Coalition right there.
Boy,
it's ridiculous. It don't make no sense. I'm mad. It's terrible.
Damn right. You got some cap?
Yeah, and the thing was what's going to happen is we are going to people on the see this is what the Christianity has destroyed us that we don't understand is we're going to need Christ's help when he comes.
Right.
We're going to need Christ's help when he comes because it's not like we're going to have our foot on the oppressor's neck and Christ is going to come and say, hey, okay, I'm going to help y'all. You know what I'm saying? Christ is going to save us. That's what salvation is all about. Christ is coming to save us. We're going to need Christ when he comes. When he cracked the sky with the chariots, it's going to be like, man, Most High in Christ. Here he is. Here he is. We're going to be like, oh, man, come on. Here it is. You know, because the way, like I said, we're going to do our job. And I.S.U.P.K on the Commander Journey Hunter. We're going to do our job. We're going to be doing shows like this. We're going to hit the streets. We're going to be doing everything we're supposed to do as priests and prophets.
Right. That's right.
But a lot of you going to be out there just keep on thinking we a joke. Keep on talking about evil about us. And you're going to be the ones that's going to need help.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be getting slaughtered by the oppressor and all these other heathens.
Yeah, right.
And then the Lord is going to have mercy. The Lord, no, I didn't say in the Christian church, oh, Lord, have mercy. You know, the Lord is going to have mercy on us and send Christ.
That's right.
And that's what's going to happen. And Christ is going to come and he's going to liberate us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's going to liberate. He's going to bring so much destruction, man. And remember, we're going to be in the chariots. That's what I'm saying. This is why we urging you. it will behoove you to come into the truth right now.
Right.
Don't wait till you see the chariots, because you're gonna die like the oppressor.
That's right.
You know, you're gonna die and have to be born in the kingdom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When we already in power, but hey, when we're gonna be in chariots, the chariots gonna take us up, and then the Christ is gonna it's gonna be the war is gonna be on.
Good.
Right.
War is gonna be on. War is gonna be on, and say, hey, I would love to be on the look. We gonna be in chariots watching. You want to be in that position. You would love to be in that position, watching all the destruction coming down. You know what I'm saying? Then to be on the ground running with the white man, like, what is that? What is that? It looked like a spaceship. Hey, it looked like Independence Day.
Right.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you don't want to be like that.
That's right.
You know, so man, it would make sense to heed the warning of the Most High these shows like this, and get into this truth, you know, before it's too late.
That's right.
Go ahead, I yield, brother.
Come on.
Yeah, right.
Let me get a little bit more here. This is a quote from Kim Jong. It says the purpose of the United States is not only to remove our nuclear might itself, but eventually. Actually, Salakia, I wanted to show this on the screen, if I could. There we go. But eventually forcing us to surrender or weaken our rights to self-defense through giving up our nukes so that they could collapse our government at any time. Kim said in the speech published by the North's official Korean Central News Agency, quote, let them sanction us for 100 days, 1,000 days, 10 years, or 100 years, Kim said. We will never give up our rights to self-defense that preserves our country's existence and the safety of our people just to temporarily ease the difficulties we are experiencing now. Kim also addressed domestic issues, saying North Korea would begin its long-delayed rollout of COVID-19 vaccines in November. He didn't specify how many doses it would have, but where they would come from or how they would be administered across its population of 26 million people. Yeah, we can end it there. But long story short, man, it's very real. You know what I'm saying? Like in North Korea, it's not a joke. He's trying to preserve, as Kowal said, as Cap said too. He loves his people.
Right.
Yeah.
He loves his people, and if you notice, in talking about loving his people, he didn't say anything about loving nobody else.
Right.
He didn't say anything about how in these tough times we have to love the South Koreans. In these tough times we have to love, you know what I'm saying, those people in America who are good people. No, all he talked about was, listen, we're going to defend ourselves.
That's right.
So the question I have, if I may, out of YAHANNA, when are black people going to say the same thing? When are we going to say to ourselves, you know what?
That's right.
Forget everybody else. And when I say black people, I'm talking about blacks, Latinos, and the Indians. You know, also the Israelites, the disenfranchised people of this earth. In the book of Zephaniah 2:1, it says, gather yourself together, O nation not desired, the not desired of this earth. When are we going to get together and say the same thing and say, you know what? We just need to worry about each other. You know what I'm saying? How many times we go to camp and you get, Kowal, Cap, I know you've seen it 1,000 times.
Right.
You blazing on the mic. You on the mic blazing, talking about, man, these devils, and you got loving black people, Latinos, Native Indians, and we got to come together. And here comes some coon, you know, some Clarence Thomas finds the nearest oppressor and says, look.
Right. Hug him.
Starts hugging on the oppressor like that's supposed to affect me or something like that.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's things like that just show how destroyed we absolutely are and how serious. Kowal made a point where you said we don't realize how serious it is. We don't realize how serious our situation is. For you to find the nearest white man or white woman and hug him, for you to do like Botham Jean's disgusting brother, and that damn judge and the damn court officer brushing the white woman's hair, like for you to do that just shows that you just don't understand. We get it in I.S.U.P.K. So why don't you come into the school and let us show you what's really going on? Okay, because if we leave it up to you, you'll be brushing hair and kissing behind. That's what will happen. You know what I'm saying? So you probably should leave it up to the experts and just learn under the men who actually have the, you know what I'm saying, the testicular fortitude to care and love black and Latinos and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? So we're just about out of time. Excellent show as well. We didn't get into a bunch of stories today, but it's okay because we talked about some topics that are very, very on the radar in terms of what's going on in the world. And again, that's what I would like to do on this show. We want to do on this show. You know what I'm saying? So again, also all the brothers and sisters out there, man, if y'all got topics, we do have. Let me check it. I think we have an email. You can send us topics to. Let me get it. Bear with me just one moment. And also, I'm gonna set up a Cash App, all of those kind of things, just to make it easier for brothers and sisters to communicate with us, even when we're not live, when we're not on the show. Whether you have topics you want us to discuss, like I said, I'm still working. I'm in contact with a brother in Virginia about getting the phone number so we can have brothers and sisters call in, or people call in general.
Right.
So we're working on that. But it's the Chain Breakers Podcast at gmail.com. Again, that's Chain Breakers. That's not the, it's just Chain Breakers. Chain Breakers Podcast at gmail.com. And you can use that to send us things, to send us, like I said, if you have articles or just general topics you feel like we should discuss, that's a place where you can where you can send it to us. You see it on the screen right there, Chain Breakers Podcast at gmail.com. Okay, so with these last couple of minutes, of course, as we always do, I want to open up the floor to any of the Akim, Adawanyam. If there's anything you want to bring out, anything you want to say in closing. So of course we start with you, Cap. Was it something that you wanted to bring out, sir?
No, I'm just saying, man. It was a good show, and it's always an honor just to be with you brothers and bringing up this truth, and just jarring people's mind.
That's right.
Jarring their mind. Shaking it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because we are asleep. We always say we waking a nation up. You know what I'm saying? And to wake somebody up, you got to shake them. You got to shake them. So I pray that we shook somebody that say, "Hey, wait a minute, that's some truth what they're speaking."
Damn right.
That's some truth. And now I really got to focus. I really got to focus. I really got to get into class. You know what I'm saying? Because like the days are short, the time is short. You know what I'm saying? And so what's going on now? We're seeing the fall of the sinful kingdom, and it's a beautiful thing to see. To know what's going on. To know what's going on, it's a beautiful thing to see.
That's right.
But with that, that's all I got. That's all I got to say. That really, black man, Hispanic man, Asian man, just wake up.
That's right. Damn right. Damn right, Adawan. Hey, cool. What's on you, brother?
Hey, another good show. And to be real brief, to answer the question you asked for closing, what is it that what has to happen for black people and Hispanic and any people to wake up? Sadly, the Bible says, "In your affliction, you're going to seek me early." We're gonna have to get spanked some more. It seems like we haven't heard enough of all these police shootings and COVID-19 and whatever the hell else is coming. Because when atrocities happen, when stuff strikes home, people want to run to the Lord. Our people love to wait to the last minute. So we tell our people now, don't wait. Seek the Lord now.
That's right.
Don't wait until your son gets shot. Don't wait till you get that high blood pressure, or don't wait till the Proud Boys come knocking on your door. Come to the I.S.U.P.K now. Don't wait for that affliction to set in.
That's right.
Like I said, shout out to Commander YAHANNA. Pay your tithes. Stop your girl. Check your phone. We out here.
Damn right. Oh wait, Most High in Christ. Another excellent episode. I have to say, the water to my Adawan captain of 10,000 Yagarwa, holding me down so excellently. The water. Been rocking out with me for some time now, man. The water. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my office of 1,000, Kowal. You know what I'm saying? Me and his brother been down for some time as well. You know what I'm saying? Came up. You know what I'm saying? I seen this brother, man. He came out of Esau's military. Out of that thing, man. When I was in the academy, I used to hear about this brother. You know what I'm saying? I used to ask Bunky, I remember when I couldn't tell the difference between y'all, bro.
Yeah.
That's long ago. I used to be like, Bunky, I don't know which one it is, but
right.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this brother been down and doing his thing, man, and really coming up to killer out there in Fayetteville, man. So again, so let me say this too. I got it on the screen. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
That's
right.
Like,
share, and subscribe to all of the I.S.U.P.K channels. Right now, this is Chain Breakers. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Chain Breakers podcast on YouTube, on Facebook, I'm working on the Twitter. I'm working on the Instagram, working on all those things. Again, we're building this from the ground up, and we've been doing an excellent job because of these brothers, man, and the people who've been viewing us. So the water for that. Also, don't forget, man. Don't forget to tune into that Black Watch. Don't forget to tune into Black Watch every single Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time Saturday night as well. Again, all these different things going on in Israel, man. The next feast we got coming up. Matter of fact, we're gonna be out there in Fayetteville. We're gonna be out there. If you're in North Carolina, Cal, I want you to give us your location out there in Oklahoma City. But if you're in the North Carolina area, we're going to be having the feast, the memorial blowing of the trumpets. We're gonna have that in Fayetteville.
205 West Russell Street.
There we go. 205 West Russell Street. I've been to the school. It is, oh man, it's exquisite. It feels like man, it's very beautiful. So if you're in the North Carolina area, make sure you make your way out there. That's September 25th. Right. That's our next feast, and I can't wait because that's
Nashville Cookout.
Oh, the Nashville Cookout. How could I forget about that? Anybody got the dates on that? What's the dates on that?
The 28th through the 1st.
Oh, wait. The 28th through the 1st. So I was September 28th through October 1st?
Done. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah. You got the scripture breakdown that Thursday, Camp Friday, Cookout Saturday, and then the Jack Daniels Museum thing on Sunday.
Jack Daniels Museum thing. Don't worry. We got a little bit of time before we got that. So next week, I'm going to make sure to have a nice flyer to put up for y'all so y'all can see and visualize everything. We just had the New York Cookout. Rocketthon, how for that. That was excellent, man. As always, man. Beautiful to see my brothers and sisters. And can't wait to see y'all again. In closing, do I have anything in closing? In closing, I'm just going to echo what my brothers have said. Get in the I.S.U.P.K on the community.
Right.
Get in the I.S.U.P.K on the if you're Black, Latino, or Native Indian. Why? Because as you've seen in today's show and other shows, the time is short. I mean, your Christian pastor just doesn't have any. Go ask. Matter of fact, today's Friday. Tomorrow you're gonna go gallivant in your nearest downtown, whatever the hell it is you're gonna do. We're gonna be out there at camp ruining your day, no sweat.
Right.
On Sunday you're gonna be up bright and early. Go get you a couple of bagels or something on your way. And Christian church. When you get in the Christian church, if you have some time after church, why don't you just ask the pastor, what about World War III?
Right.
What about the nukes that North Korea is saying they're going to increase? What about the war that's still going on in Ukraine against Russia? I mean, Russia against Ukraine.
Right.
What about China and Taiwan that's about to do the same thing? Ask the Christian pastor those questions and see if they have any answers, and they most likely will not, because they don't know anything about the Bible and because they don't love you. They're just in it for the paycheck. You understand? And so that's our time here on the Chain Breakers podcast. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna do a quick roll call, and that'll be the end. Shout out to the sister Kazak Wana. Shalom, sister. How is Shemar? Thought always one of our most loyal viewers. That's Captain. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, sis.
Great.
God, we got the sister Labah. Shalom, sister. How is Shemar? Thought we got Officer Quatazar. You know what I'm saying? That's the number. That's brother number 3, right?
Right.
That's brother number 3. It's like a trio with them. I'm telling you, see them and it's like confusing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Officer Quatazar. He out there in Columbus, Ohio, doing his thing, holding it down, coming up through these ranks. Man, I love to see it.
That's right.
God, shout out to Officer Akaz Amar Shalom. How about you? What's going on? Of course, you know what I'm saying, my brother Yarma, he had a little something to say in the comments. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't be on the show today, but he did make sure to comment. The water, Shalom, how about you? My brother Officer Mahayar out there in Durham, North Carolina. That's the zone I'm in. That's my brother, man. Day one, Shalom, how about you? Got my rib, Latoya Mason. What's going on? Says Shalom.
Right.
How about you? What's going on? Let's see. Kind of the sister was in there very diligently. No sweat. That's all we got for today. You know what I'm saying? So again, the water to everybody that tuned in. We're gonna see y'all again next week. Same time, same place, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, 12 p.m. Eastern time is when we start. So again, to the brothers, we say Shalom. Yahweh Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.